Hello and welcome, guys. So, I am just now recording this immediately off the tail end of Match 2. You'll probably see this the day after Match 2 comes out, just because that's how I'm pacing my YouTube videos. But, yeah, just after that match, I still feel pumped to play another game, so instead of going straight into the video editing and all of that, I just want to play one more match. So, as I said in the previous one, if you are interested in more details about the main deck, exactly how I arrived at the specific number of cards that I did, you can see that in Match 1. But I'm not going to go over that in this video, so let's just jump into Match 3 here. We got by Rain of Tears in the last match. That is a card that I am peripherally aware of, but it was not at all the thing that I expected. It was pretty good from our opponent. Oh, we get to be on the play. Yes. And this is a super greedy hand. Virtually 4 copies of Primeval Titan. 2 lands. One of them's a Garen Break, so it's not the worst. And we get a turn 2 Explore here, but there's no Amulet. See, the value player in me really, really wants to keep this hand. But on the play, we can do better, I think. Yep. This hand is similar in some ways to the last one. It would be much better if any of these lands was a bounce land, but I'm into this hand. I will keep it, and we'll bottom a Redundant Dryad. But yeah, this hand has a much clearer way to get to Titan, so I think this is going to turn out better for us. They kept 7, so turn 1 Amulet, always a good thing. Although, obviously, you don't want too much of a good thing. 2 Amulets need some work to be able to actually work out. Like, you need to have a bounce land, and if you do, then it's quite good. But once you hit 3 Amulets, you should be mulliganing one of those away if you're already on a mulligan. Triple Amulet draws, they're a little less likely to work out. Even double Amulet draws can be very finicky. Our opponent's just destroying their life total over there. So this has to be a Death Shadow deck. Surprised they didn't have like a bauble for that sequence in some sort. Like, oh, not even fetching here. Interesting. Guess we'll go ahead and play out the Garen Brig. Wood of Foothills makes me think this might be more of a red aggro deck than a Death Shadow deck. I might think incorrectly, though. Maybe they were holding up Fatal Push there. They expected a bounce land into 3-drop. Oh, there's a Death Shadow. I was hoping that would be a bounce land. It's not. So we'll play our Valakut. Get this trigger out of the way. Not like it makes a huge difference. It's definitely the right sequencing for, say, an Azusa or something, so that you can go immediately into multiple land drops. But Dryad only gives you 1 extra, so you're almost guaranteed to get the value you want from your Dryad. Now we're set up to cast a Titan if we top deck any bounce land, and possibly a green source would do it if we kept our Dryad. We won't, but if we did, it would be good. Now we just want to top deck a bounce land here. Hold on. Let me amend that before it happens to me. A green bounce land. Not Boros Garrison, a green bounce land. Haha, gotcha, Lily. I'm on 2 Primeval Titans in hand. This is a lot of damage. If we top deck a bounce land, we just win, though. Alright. I like just winning. Seems good to me. See, this wouldn't have happened if I hadn't specified non-Boros Garrison bounce land, because then, obviously, that's what would have happened, is we would have just top decked the Boros Garrison and been sad. But instead, we just have lethal here, so. Alright. Boros Garrison and Slayer Stronghold. You are dead, opponent. Sorry, we were just a little luckier. Yep. Alright. Always love stealing games against Shadow that I have no business winning. Dismembers are one that I have had mixed feelings on in the Shadow matchup. We definitely went Tracker, I think. Before, when they were on Lurrus, Tracker wasn't great because it just dies immediately to Seal of... I think it was Seal of Fire. They are asking... They were asking if I needed the Titan or the land. So I just answered honestly. I said, the land. Sorry for Lux hacking you out. Alright, well, trim a Summoner's Pact. Definitely not more than one. Explore is great. Stirrings, fine. Tribe Scout, probably not great. I'll definitely trim at least 2. Let's see here. I guess the Stirrings can go, or maybe there's a land like a Ghost Quarter. I could see Ghost Quarter not being worth it. The Cavern, obviously better here since it taps for green. Like, it can play a Scout or a Grazer on one, or tap for green for one of these guys. That's not something the Ghost Quarter really does. Now, the question is, do we want any of these Dismembers at all? And in the past, Dismembers kind of just rotted in my hand. Like, more often than not, I have had my Shadow opponent play a Death Shadow, and it's a 6/6, and the Dismember doesn't do anything at all. Or, like, it's possible for them to play it as a 3... Not a 3/3, as a 4/4, and then hold, like, a Street Wraith or, like, a Fetch Up or something, and the Dismember still doesn't work. I'm gonna go without the Dismember this time and just see what happens. I think having more copies of Stirrings and stuff for consistency is gonna be better. Also, worth noting, my opponent, very nice opponent, not salty at all. They said it happens, part of the game. Mana Production seems like a pretty good person over there. Huh. This hand seems fine. Not super exciting, but you're not looking for exciting hands against mid-range matchups. You're looking for hands with lots of card draw, lots of lands. I mean, this has a Titan, but admittedly, that might be a bad thing. It's probably better to keep a hand with no Titan and just top deck the Titan so they can't take it out of your hand with a discard spell. But we have TOS as a secret hidden Titan here, so not super worried. Explore is quite good. If they played discard spell here, I would not be surprised to see them take this Explore. And in fact, I don't think there's any other real take, to be honest. Like, I mean, I guess you could take Azusa, but that's going to be turn 3, and I will most likely not have enough lands for this Azusa to make a huge impact. Double Bobble is quite an opener here. They bobbled me, but they had a fetch. Why didn't they use this bobble on them, then decide if they wanted to fetch away the card they saw, and then bobble me, and then Thoughtseize? That gives them the most information. They took Azusa. I don't think that's right. I mean, they might know something that I don't. Like, maybe they have Stubborn Denial for the Explorer, but... Grazer? Thank you, buddy. I like to see your kind around here, Mr. Arboreal Grazer. We'll get this TOS into play, I suppose. Now we have 2 untapped lands ready to go. They bobbled us. But they didn't bobble us on upkeep, they did it on instep. I guess they have another discard spell here. They want to see what's on top, and then be able to throw a discard spell at us and see what they want to take. I mean, they already had perfect information since I played the Grazer, but... Another Explorer is fine. We're going to Cavern on Giant here, I guess. And we're going to cast both Explorers this turn. Explorer number 1. And now we even have a land drop for the next Explorer. Explorer number 2. And Growth Chamber will pick up... Since we already have 2 Summoners Pact, I think I kind of just want to pick up this Cavern. Because we have Garenbring Mana in play. The Cavern can be discard fodder for a Lily, and then we can pack 4 and play a Titan and be pretty golden. The only thing we need to play around is Fulminator Mage. if they have a Fulminator Mage here, then it's going to delay our Titan, but if they don't have it immediately, like, if they go for the Lily, or something like that, I don't know. We'll just see what they do. But we do have Titan lined up this upcoming turn, so they need something. Yep, Fulminator Mage, not the best for us here. I was hoping there would be one more turn on that one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They hit the Garen Brig? That's really risky. If we have a Garen Brig here, we just Titan them. Okay, so I'm playing the Forest because it's going to be better than Cavernous Souls here. Oh, you know what? I might have already messed up. I could have packed for a tracker and then played the Forest and had guaranteed value out of the tracker. That might have been better. I mean, as it is, we're just passing. Now if they play a Lily, we're discarding a Summoner's Pact, so we can have untap land into Titan the upcoming turn. Although that's going to be weak to a discard spell. It probably would have been better to pack for and play tracker there. Lily, okay. Oh, we could pack for Baloth here. Is that too greedy? So we're going to play land, have 5 different names, be able to get field, and we have plenty of green sources, so field and it has to be a different name. So it can't be T-West or Bog. It could be Bog, actually. It can't be T-West. It could be a Boros Garrison, which I don't hate. But if we just discard Summoner's Pact here, and then they have a discard spell for our second Summoner's Pact, then we get blown out really horribly. Although we also get blown out if they have a Fatal Push, which they probably side a number of them out. Well, if their card they're about to cast is a Thoughtseize, then I can use the second pack to get a Baloth and get the same effect. If it's an Inquisition, then I can pack for a Titan, and it's going to be a turn late, but we'll have discard fodder for the Lily then. But we won't have Titan mana. Man, this is really weird. I'm going to pack for the Baloth, I think. Really, really funky turn here, but I think this is going to be the best result for us. This way, we actually aren't really discarding a card. We are tapping our 4 mana out, but if they have the push, it's going to be kind of sad here, but I mean, if they have the push, then we can always just pack for the second Baloth when they uptick the Lily again. I almost forgot for a second that they're actually playing Shadow. It feels a lot more like just like regular Jund here. I mean, this is stopping us from playing Titan next turn, but I think that's fine. It looks like they do have the push. Or Dismember, I suppose. We'll yield to this. Oh, they have Death Shadow. Okay. Are they gonna chump block with their Death Shadow? That would be ballsy. Huh. So now we have the option. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do here is swing at Lily. We need to see what happens. I'm not playing around Street Wraith. If they have Street Wraith, we get blown out here, but I just don't think it's worth it with 1 card left. Because if there's no Lily in play, then that might encourage our play one way or another. Is this a dead Death Shadow? Alright, I am fine with that. So now we can play Cavern and plan to discard the Dryad to the Liliana, and then have Titan this upcoming turn. And if that does not work out, then we'll still have this Baloth in play. Yep, I'm cool with this. Offset Baloth just eating up a Death Shadow. Not something you see every day. They haven't revealed a Lurrus either. Like, I see them still playing baubles and stuff. I mean, maybe that's just kind of like the standard for... Oh, now they have the Street Wraith. Okay. But yeah, what was I going to say? Or maybe they were just F6'd or something there. Maybe they planned a Street Wraith, but they didn't realize they had yielded, and it was a misclick. I don't know. But anyways, I was saying, I'm not really sure why they're still playing Bauble. I guess maybe they could be playing Traverse the Ulvenwald. That would be one reason to play Bauble. I know the Grixis Shadowless still play Bauble, but I don't know. Well, there's the Traverse. So I guess I was not wrong there. And now they're probably getting Fulminator Mage. I mean, that's... Ooh, they play Lurrus main deck. Okay, okay. That is some spice I can get behind. I wonder how many they play. It would be kind of rude to just ask them since we're in the middle of a game, but I'm super curious. Bobble now so I can bog you. Do it. Alright. Love it. Is this Lurrus planning to chump block? See, this Grazer, this is why we kept in the Grazer, because of that exact interaction. I actually think it might have been correct for them to uptick anyways, though. Okay, so we're not playing that just yet. This is definitely going to be Bog plus Field. Ooh, or it could be Bog plus Bounce Land to pick up the T-West. Huh. Might as well make an uncounterable Titan. We're definitely getting Bog. I don't know why it doesn't just auto-pay this mana. I mean, I know it's because one of them is the special mana, the Cavern Souls mana, but... So, Bog is definitely the first pick here, because we don't need them getting more value from this Lurrus. The second one is the more interesting decision. Bog plus Field lets us sacrifice something to Liliana and still keep our Baloth in play, which outclasses Lurrus at the moment. Which is fine. But... And also, getting Bog plus Field would play around them being able to kill the Baloth and then minus Lily. So I think that's going to have to be it. Yeah. Then if we have any bounce land, we have access to another Titan, so... We're still fine against a Fulminator Mage here since we have the 2 basics, so there's no reason to worry about that. We also have a breeding pool to play this turn, so... Although we might want to hold it so we don't have to pitch the Dryad. I can't imagine they're just gonna... I mean, they might want to keep their card in hand. I don't know what they're gonna do with this Lily, because they might just Desperation Sack it to get rid of a zombie. But if they uptick it... Because it's gonna cost them a card regardless. That said, if they uptick it, I don't really want to have to discard this Dryad, and there's no need, I suppose, for an extra zombie here, because they would have to have a Pulse and like a Fatal Push or something. Am I swinging at Lily? Yeah, I guess I am. If this Lily just dies, then I might go ahead and play the Breeding Pool, but because the second Lily isn't going to do anything, even if we have to discard the Dryad. Still not sure though, because having the Dryad represents lethal without the Titan. If we are able to get a Valakut, like we could draw a bounce land, play the bounce land and float the mana to transmute for a Valakut, play Dryad and play the Valakut, and still kill them with lethal. that way. Let's see. So they block. Say they block the. Okay, we win. All right. Well, that was an exciting match. I'm glad I went ahead and just played through it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I just feel like playing another match. I don't think I will today, but yeah, that worked out quite well. One of the best matches I've played against Death Shadow in general. Yeah, I don't know. That was pretty crazy. I guess the pacting for Baloth line worked out. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't go for that line, but I mean, that Baloth was definitely posing issues for them. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna call it there. If you like what you saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out. Lets me know that there's interest in the content that I'm putting out. Not that really matters to me. I put it out because I enjoy doing it and because I think that this is the kind of information that people would like to have access to. I mean, definitely when I was learning Amulet Titan, and I still am, but I know I appreciated having as much content to digest on the play patterns and the sideboarding and all of that stuff. And this is more fun than just playing the matches on my own. And I actually think I play better when I'm on camera than I do off camera, believe it or not. I guess that makes sense because I'm talking out all my lines and stuff, but still. Regardless, if you liked it, go ahead and show me some support, and I will continue to make more content for you. Yeah, this is Redface Menace, signing off.